Hello, everyone, and welcome to Across the Gridiron and it's NFL Week 3. The games are already on the way, so I'm just watching the Eagles versus the Saints, and it's not a very good game. Jalen Hurts doing what he does, is giving up the ball a few times, but the Saints have not been able to capitalize on it. And the Saints were looking absolutely imperious, last week. But yeah, Vikings are going strong as well. So that's an interesting game. The Broncos, now that was a surprise. 20 to 7 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's really, really impressive. And then the Green Bay Packers are also doing some things to the Titans. But I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys today. I want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys game against the Ravens. And, coming out from a terrible, terrible game last week where, let's just be honest, they were absolutely handed it to. I think I hadn't, let me not say that because I have seen the Cowboys look really sorry. Look at the Green Bay game. I think it was three touchdowns before we even got off the first quarter. So this game looked scaringly like that. There was nothing the Dallas Cowboys were doing in defense that was stopping, the Saints. They just seemed like they were able to get 8 yards, 9 yards at will, no matter what it was. And you give a team like that short positions, short field positions, and they're just gonna kill you, absolutely kill you. So that took a while, to get off the system, and maybe that was just an aberration, but we'll see. We'll see how the Dallas Cowboys bounce back. But hey, listen, today the Dallas Cowboys in a couple of hours are going to be playing the Ravens. Now, you know, there are a couple of things, in this game that I want to talk about. This is two quarterbacks. Let's start with the quarterbacks. So two quarterbacks that were 1 and 2 in the MVP, last season. And Lamar is a great quarterback. We know what he can do. And the Ravens were a great defense as well last season. So Lamar versus Dak will be fascinating. And for me, I think that if it comes to clutch plays, I'm going with Dak Prescott. If this game is still close, we're going to the fourth quarter. I can count on Dak Prescott to lead the team to victory. He's had a lot of fourth quarter comebacks. I'm not so sure about Ravens, but I know that Dak can take advantage of the secondary, and if he avoid turnovers, he might just outshine Lamar today. The other thing is defensively. Now, this is where, whew, key issue, right? Can they stop the run? This has been a problem for Dallas Cowboys. It's not just this season, it's gone back a couple of seasons now. They just can't stop the run. And you can just see the Ravens saying, you know what, we're going to design runs for Lamar, right? At this point of the season, they're not looking for style points, right? The Ravens are 0-2 right now. So they will take a win whichever way it comes. And if that's to run the ball with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, they will do that all day. And I think the Dallas Cowboys have to show that they can stop the run if they need to get anything out of this. And for goodness sake, tackling needs to improve, right? Tackling was really not non-existent. People were getting yards after the catch, against Dallas Cowboys last week. And you've got to question, what's tackling there. I mean, Overshawn was doing very well with tackling in the first game. This game, I'm not quite sure. Like, I'm not an expert, right? So I'm not watching film and breaking it down or anything. I'm just going by what I'm seeing in the game. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, it doesn't seem like we're able to bring the man down even when we hit the guy. So for me, that needs to improve. The offensive weapons for me, if I look at both teams, you've got to say that, CD Lamb is, much better than any receiver that the Ravens have. And, we talk about this holding out, and if I check out my video where I was talking about, whether CD Lamb holding out actually makes an impact to the Dallas Cowboys. I think it absolutely does. The first game, there's a lot of adrenaline. You really don't know what the first game is. But this guy has not had any camp. He's really been out of, sorts. So look, for him to even come in and even do what he did, in sports, even in the last game, gotta give him credit. But for me, CD Lamb needs to get in and get more reps. So I would not be surprised if there's a lot of CD Lamb in this game. I think you've got to go with CD Lamb. You just have to. You've got to give him, get him touches to the ball, put him in the backfield, toss to him, jet sweep, throw it to him. Whatever you do, just get CD hand, CD Lamb the ball often and often, right? Ravens, obviously, is the running game for them. It's the running game. For me, I see the Ravens have got an edge over the Cowboys, and it's not even close when it comes to the running game. So it's gonna be the running game versus, can CD Lamb go off? And I think he can, but we need to stop the run and we need to be able to run as well. I think that's what's going to help the Dallas Cowboys. I think the key matchup, for me, right, is really about the run, right? And it's the linebackers that I'm looking at there. Can they tackle? Can they make open field tackles? Because what's happening, last game and the way even I was looking at it was that the linebackers weren't getting an opportunity to actually tackle the ball. So has Hurts just thrown a no, he hasn't. Um, but the linebackers were not getting any opportunity to tackle the ball because the Ravens were really pushing, all the Dallas Cowboys D tackles right into the second level as well. So it's like it was chaos, absolutely chaos. So linebacker play is going to be important. And for me, um, Micah Parson is the leader of the defense. He is the absolute leader of the defense. And you've got to allow him to, move him around, let him do what he can do so that, the Marcus Lawrence can go ahead and hunt as well. So my prediction for this game is I'm going to go Cowboys 28, Ravens 24. I think this is going to be a close game. And if it comes down to the fourth quarter, I'm going to be backing Dak Prescott to pull the win. What do you guys think? Why do you guys think that, this is be another blowout, for the Ravens? I don't think anyone is picking, Dallas Cowboys to win this game, but I've got to have faith in the team. I think they're going to learn from the mistakes that they made against the Saints and they're going to get this win. So let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe across the gridiron, and I'll see you at the reactions.